Yeah, you can be here. We can get started right now. 3, 2, 1. We are live. Yo, what is going on Facebook? What's going on YouTube? Happy to be here with both of you all to kind of, go a little bit deeper as what Kaspa is. I know a lot of people have gotten excited about the project, but not many people even know why, what it does, how to use it, how to benefit from it. So that's why we want to kind of do a little deep dive and trying to get a better understanding of what Kaspa is, right? At least that's my goal. So I got a video for y'all to get everything started. Let me just get my view going up first. Hold on, I gotta get a couple of things going. I want to make sure I can see you all on Facebook. And I want to see your questions, but I also want this view to be bigger. So let me fix that real quick. Oh, that's not it. How do we fix it to full size? So there we go. All right, I got everything pulled up. I can see y'all comments. I just need to also pull up Facebook so I can see y'all comments. If y'all want to say anything on Facebook and on YouTube, feel free to reach out. Let me know what questions you have as we're going over this. We can talk about it together. So anywho, let's start off with a video, and then I'm gonna do an even deeper dive, just to give enough time for everybody to log on. This video can kind of give you an explanation of what Kaspa is.
Since its inception, Kaspa has set out to change the digital currency world. Its protocol has a distinct set of characteristics that set it apart from other cryptocurrencies, including scalability, deflationary characteristics, and operation without central governance. Kaspa wasn't pre-mined or sold during its initial public offering, unlike many other cryptocurrencies, which has contributed to its reputation as a truly decentralized platform. In this video, we are going to deep dive into this project and explain why it has gained so many traction from crypto community. Okay, so what is Kaspa? With a proof-of-work consensus mechanism, Kaspa describes itself as the fastest and most scalable Level 1 instant validation transaction layer. Due to the fact that it is based on the Ghost-DAG Phantom protocol, a scalable generalization of the Bitcoin consensus, it is theoretically just as secure as Bitcoin. Unlike legacy blockchains, Phantom allows parallel blocks to coexist and arranges them in consensus. One of the main problems with the Bitcoin consensus that Kaspa aims to address is the fact that a network attacker only needs to produce slightly fewer blocks than the genuine work. As a result, a 51% attack actually requires less computing power than exact 51%. The issue appears when programmers boost network throughput by increasing block rate or size. They inevitably raise the rate of isolation, which compromises network security. But how exactly does Kaspa work? By instant transaction confirmation, user and developer experience is improved, and transaction costs are decreased. Kaspa accomplishes this by shortening the latency of its consensus mechanism. Peripheral Kaspa nodes also guard against serious front-running and minor extractable value threats. Users no longer have to be concerned about miners and trading bots manipulating network activity in order to benefit from it. Instant block times on Kaspa make it possible for pre-trade privacy and anonymous transactions, shielding users from such abuses. The fact that the time between blocks is significantly longer than the amount of time the entire chain needs to learn about a new block is what makes the majority of networks secure. The Kaspa Ghost-DAG protocol was developed with the goal of resolving this security trade-off, as multiple nodes propose and validate transactions to prevent power from concentrating in a single node, its consensus ensuring decentralization, in which no single entity has control over the network. Kaspa utilizes a directed acyclic graph, in short DAG, where a block points to several blocks instead of just one, as opposed to most crypto projects, which use a single chain. Transactions that line up with earlier transactions are integrated into the DAG, which is set up as a crisscrossed chain. Now, let's dive into what is Phantom Ghost-DAG. As a generalization of the Bitcoin protocol to a direct open chain graph of blocks called BlockDAG, Phantom is a proof-of-work consensus mechanism for a permissionless blockchain. In order to distinguish between honest and dishonest blocks, it resolves an optimization problem over the block DAG. This establishes a trustworthy set of commands, a system that is agreed upon by all honorable miners. You can use Phantom to your advantage by operating a node or miner to solve challenging mining puzzles with computing power and validate blocks in accordance with the Ghost DAG consensus. To participate in the Kaspa ecosystem, you can become a node operator. KAS, a native currency of Kaspa chain, mining is more decentralized thanks to the protocol's fast block rates, which also enable profitable individual mining at low hash rates. A modified version called Heavy Hash is used in KAS mining and integrates well with common mining hardware, including GPU and FPGAs, and is resource efficient and core dominant. Overall, Kaspa combines the best features of both Bitcoin and Ethereum to create a decentralized currency that supports decentralized finance applications and functions as a store of value. Kaspa is the ideal store of value and digital currency, with significant financial application potential thanks to its quick confirmation times, high throughput, and scalable consensus protocol. So, that's the end of the video around everything about Kaspa and its currency. Now, if you have found the content helpful, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to our.
Okay, so with that, brief understanding of Kaspa, we want to do a little deep dive to kind of go into it and see what we see, try to use it, because I'm a big fan of utility. One of the things that I do like about Kaspa is it is completely decentralized. There's so many things that are called decentralized, and they really aren't. They still have some type of central backing, like anything dealing with MetaMask, for example. Even though I'm a big promoter of decentralized finances and having private banking, using things like InstaDApp or Aave, Compound, or Maker, these can't be really considered decentralized because they could cut you off with your MetaMask wallet. You even signed it when you signed into your MetaMask wallet, the update that they have that lets you know that somebody actually controls your MetaMask wallet and could limit your opportunity to receive or send using your MetaMask wallet. So just about anything that uses your MetaMask or your Trust wallet isn't going to truly be decentralized. Some central entity can cut you off. And we've seen this in the war with Ukraine, right? They had Sandbox Land and other ERC20 currencies that they was getting cut off. Just, that, hey, you can't even have your Sandbox Land no more. You can't receive Ethereum through MetaMask no more. So is that truly decentralized? No. Anything that has proof of stake, for that matter, isn't really considered decentralized because the heaviest stakeholder can hurt the project if they so choose to unstake. If somebody had a few billion dollars that was provided as liquidity to a project that needed those billions, if they remove the billion, then liquidity can go down and we'll see a whole drop in the market. So is that really decentralized? No. But when we talk about proof of work, these are people like myself that use their mining power to bring these projects into fruition. And I can't get back my electricity once it's spent, right? Once I mine a project and I get the coin reward for mining that project, both of those things are in existence now without my ability to change anything. I can't mine up the most of Kaspa, no matter how many machines I put on Kaspa. I can't be in complete control of Kaspa, right? Everybody in the world have an equal opportunity to mine this and to use those rewards, or even if they wanted to sell them. I can't handicap the whole Kaspa blockchain by selling off all the Kaspa that I own. And even if I was a millionaire, there's no way I could handicap it as a single person. So these things is what makes it decentralized. And I think that's something that should be important for people that continue to use that phrase, decentralized apps and this and that. Are they really? Well, when we have things that use proof of work, they are. A problem we've had with proof of work projects is they don't have Web3 capabilities or layer 2 solutions For example, Litecoin and Bitcoin, they don't actually have layer twos. You can't have your wallet connected and trade Bitcoin decentralized. So that's been a problem, and that's a problem that Kaspa is aiming to fix. So Kaspa is a proof of work cryptocurrency which implements GhostDAG protocol. Unlike traditional blockchains, GhostDAG does not orphan blocks created in parallel, rather allows them to coexist and orders them in consistency. The Kaspa blockchain is actually a block DAG. That generation of Nakamoto consensus allows for secure operation while maintaining a very high block rates, currently 1 block per second, aiming for 10 per second, dreaming of 100 per second, and minuscule confirmation times dominated by internet latency. The Kaspa implementations include a lot of cool features such as reachable to query, the DAG's trophy, the DAG's topology, block data pruning with near future plans for block header pruning, SPV proofs, and later sub-network support, which will make future implementations of layer 2 solutions much easier. Now, that was a lot of computer talk. Let's talk about what makes Kaspa unique. Kaspa is unique in its ability to support high block rates while maintaining the level of security offered by proof of work environments. Kaspa current mainnet operates 1 block per second. Down the road, core developers and researchers will work on stretching the capability to the limits, think 10 or even 100 blocks per second. So this can put it at the same speeds that we see proof of work offers. I don't know if any of you have ever sent Bitcoin and then you sent Polygon or AVAX or Ethereum, you'll notice that those move a lot faster, scalable, right? Faster than Bitcoin can move. And it's mainly because of their blocks per second. So what Kaspa is aiming to do is to speed that up. So if you've ever sent Litecoin or Ravencoin, you'll notice that these things can move 1 block per second. They're a lot faster. And Kaspa is saying that we're going to go even faster than that. We want to move at the speed of these mainnet tokens. And the big difference that we're going to have in that is this is still decentralized and backed by proof of work versus backed by proof of stake. Proof of stake basically says, well, people with a lot of money can afford to back this, but people that only got a few $1,000s that want to get involved in the environment, they can't afford to. Like with Ethereum, for example, it takes 32 Ethereum to be a node operator. How many people can afford 32 times 2? What is that, about $64,000 right now? Roughly around $64,000 it would take to be a node operator. Not many people have $64,000. So Ethereum is now ran and controlled by people with money. They get to be the operators. They get to verify transactions. But projects like Kaspa and Ravencoin, Bitcoin, and Litecoin, anybody with a rig, and these rigs have gotten a lot cheaper, down to $1,200, maybe even $1,000 for a gaming PC, and you can start mining today. So you don't need $64,000 to be a part of the network. $800 to $2,000 can get you in. So Kaspa also includes a unique monetary policy which decreases emissions geometrically over time based on the 12-note scale of music. Known as the chromatic phase, this policy activated in May 7th of 2022 with the block reward of 440 CAS. Dang, I can get 440 CAS? We gotta do some research, Chad. I need to look deeper into this. The block reward will be halved once per year. So they're having this and taking every 4 years like Bitcoin and Litecoin. They're saying every year we're gonna have this, but smoothly. Every month, the block reward is reduced by a factor of half greater than 1/12. This means that the ratio of block rewards in consecutive months is exactly the same as the ratio of frequency of 2 consecutive semitones in a tempered chromatic scale. The initial block reward is the frequency of the note A4, and every average year is hence called an octave. Note that the policy dictates how many coins are minted per second, regardless of the block rate. Should Kaspa change the block rate in the future, the reward will be adjusted accordingly to maintain the same emission rate. Basically, as more, what happens even with Bitcoin? It started off, well, people was earning 20 and 30 Bitcoins a day by mining Bitcoin back when Bitcoin was 5 cents. And it has been reduced and reduced even more. Well, now we only get a fraction of Bitcoin per day. And with the halving coming up next year, we're going to get half of the amount we've been getting all this time. This slows down the processing, and this is also what encourages or increases that scarcity. That's why you see after halvings, price of Bitcoin goes up, because people realize there's less Bitcoin created, so there's less available. Same now, what Kath is saying or suggesting to do is we're going to do halvings annually, reducing the amount. So you can even ask Chad, I think he's online. When he first started mining cash, he was earning, $2-4 a day with a single card mining. And then that has been reduced. As of today, he's probably making like $1 or so, because there's been that many more miners added to the network and the halvings that has been created along the way. So it's reducing the amount that we can even mine, right? And that increases that scarcity factor. So that's what we have over here. I'm trying to show y'all not the all-time high. Here we go. The max supply of Kaspa is going to be 28 billion. 28, and you see we're being reduced. This was like 30 when it first started off. The total supply as of right now is 20. Is that billion? Yeah, 20.3 billion is in total supply right now, and it's slowing down. So with a fully diluted market of 998 million, Kaspa is doing just fine. And when you even look at its trading volume, you have 18 million in 24 hours. That's some big numbers. I tell people all the time, I don't like to invest in projects that can at least do 6 figures in a day, and Kaspa is already doing 8. So just by the numbers going, this is a good project that, to say the least, to trade, right? But now we want to understand, Dennis, is this a good project to hold? Is it possible that if I'm buying up Kaspa now, I could possibly see $1 in the future or more? Well, let's go and see what the utility is like. Let's go to the actual website. Kaspa, beyond the block. Kaspa is the fastest open source, decentralized, and full scalable layer 1 in the world, Craig, in the world. The world's first block DAG. A digital ledger enabling parallel blocks and instant transaction confirmation, built on a robust proof of work engine with rapid single-second block intervals, built by industry pioneers and led by the people. That's one part I like out of all. Led by the people. It's once been said that Bitcoin is the people's currency. You got gold, which is God's money. We call it God's money because it can't be created nor destroyed. Therefore, only God could have made it. Man can't make that, right? Anything man can make, they can create and they can destroy. But gold is God made, because we cannot create gold. We cannot create silver, and we cannot destroy it either. You can blow it up, and it's just going to be in little pieces. You can melt it all back together. You can't destroy it. God's money. Then you have fiat, government's money. That's why it's called the United States dollar, the New Zealand's dollar, the Japanese yen, the Great Britain's pound. This is where these countries own these assets. That's how a father on child support can lose money without his permission. He can't stop them from taking the money out of his bank account because it's not his. It's the United States dollar. And if the United States says that we finna give your money to your baby mama, there's nothing that he can do about it. He has no control or say over how much can be created or how much can even be destroyed, for that matter. That's for the government to decide. Now, Bitcoin is known as the people's money, right? Because the people can control it. If people didn't mine Bitcoin, it wouldn't be in existence today. If people didn't use their energy to bring it into fruition, it wouldn't be here today. And as much as we like to talk about that guy that spent a few thousand Bitcoins to buy a slice of pizza, without him, we would have never known that Bitcoin could even be used as money, maybe further down the line, but we needed a transaction to trigger off Bitcoin being used in the real world. So while most people make fun of him, I salute him, I appreciate him, because had he not bought that piece, of no telling how long it would have taken for people to realize they could swap Bitcoin for real world assets and tangible items. So that makes it decentralized because no single person creates nor controls Bitcoin. I can't destroy Bitcoin. I can't make Bitcoin. I can only participate in it. And if all of us agree that Bitcoin has value, that's the value that it holds. We all agree right now that Bitcoin is valued at what, 24, 25,000, wherever it is today. That took us to agree that that's how much we're willing to pay for a coin. When you say to yourself, well, I won't pay 24,000, then nobody buys that 24,000, the price goes down, right? And lower and lower and lower and lower, because we, the people, control the value of that digital asset, well, crypto asset. So that's why I said it's led by the people, and not, and unlike Ethereum or AVAX or OP, like I said before, is not in your MetaMask wallet, where actual two central entities own the MetaMask wallet. I can't think of the name currently, but there are a couple of entities that can control what happens and what doesn't happen within a MetaMask wallet, which makes the transactions inside a MetaMask wallet centralized. I know a lot of people are going to want to argue with me with that, but if anybody had an opportunity to cut your bank account off, that makes it centralized. And you got that going on with whatever you do inside of your MetaMask and or Trust wallet. So Kaspa at a glance. Kaspa is a community project, completely open source with no central governance, following in the ethos of coins like Bitcoin, Litecoin, or Monero. The coin was fair launched without pre-mining or other pre-allocations of coins. Now, this is unlike things like Ripple and Stellar. Those are pre-mined. They had an ICO. There was a whole thing going on with Ripple before anybody had an opportunity to even buy it. And you only had an opportunity to buy it because, like I said, it was pre-mined. It was already created. All you could do is purchase it. And this allows those people that pre-mined it somewhat of control. Now, it is considered decentralized. Ripple and Stellar are considered decentralized, but is it really? If somebody owns the majority of it and can unlock a level that could actually hurt the currency? Like I said, it is decentralized and it has its centralization feel to it because those that own the most kind of owns the project, right? Well, in Kaspa, no one could pre-mine it. We all had an equal opportunity, just like Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Monero. Even as I said before, when it comes to the MetaMask, when the war with Ukraine, it was able to halt transactions with Ethereum and ERC20 tokens, but you want to know what was still being sent? Bitcoin and Monero. They can't stop it. This is our currency, right? Cool. So we kind of got an understanding of that. Read all in-depth details of Kaspa features. So fair launched. Kaspa has been out in the world since November 7th in 2021. I know a lot of you didn't hear about Kaspa until this year. And that's because Kaspa was not on any exchange prior to, I think, last year, toward the end of last year. That's because when these projects come out, like Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Monero, miners have to mine it and sell it to the centralized exchanges to be able to sell to the public. So if the miners did not mine Kaspa, it wouldn't be in existence. That's what adds to its decentralized vibe, because people all across the world that don't even know each other all agree that this seems like a good project. I wouldn't mind mining this project so that it could work. And I want to get rewarded in this project because I see a future in it. So people have been mining this since November 7th of 2021. You know, there's another coin out there like that. There's multiple coins that the miners understand before you guys even know that they exist, right? Now, supported platforms on like how you be able to mine it and where you can even hold your wallet at is your Windows, your Linux, even a Raspberry Pi. You know why so many people fight over different ways to host their wallet? whether they want to put it on a ledger or they feel comfortable or not comfortable with the ledger. When it comes to the Cash wallet, you can hold that on your Raspberry Pi, which will allow you to be able to, transport it easier. You don't have to carry around your laptop or even hold it inside of your phone, which people have been hacked before. Not because the wallet itself has been hacked, but because they do this thing called SIM swap. And with a SIM swap, they get access to everything you have access to on your phone. And they could even use their fingerprint to open up the wallets that you have a code protection on. So with a SIM swap, I can get into your Exodus wallet, your MetaMask wallet, even your Trust wallet that's protected by a password simply by swapping out your SIM. And there's been phone companies getting in big trouble because of this. There's been a whole legal procedure going against Coinbase because somebody that underwent a SIM swap wanted to sue Coinbase for all their money come up missing, and Coinbase won because it wasn't Coinbase's fault. Blame your phone company. So instead of even using the phone company or something where someone can SIM swap, you can put this on a Raspberry Pi where only you have access to your wallet. Beautiful, right? I love it. Technically speaking, Kaspa is a proof of work cryptocurrency which implements the Ghost DAG protocol. Unlike traditional blockchains, well, we read this in the title on that over there. So we're not going to read it all over again. Feel free to check out the white paper if you want to go deeper. But let's talk about some of Kaspa's key features, right? The fast transactions, for one. We love that. Again, a lot of you guys are new. Y'all didn't have to go through the process what we went through with Bitcoin back in the day. I remember there was times where I was winning trades and I was trading on using Bitcoin to trade on the name, I forget, Hugo's Way. And when I get a payout, of course, I send that payout to my Coinbase account at the time, and I had a debit card for it. So I remember one time I took my wife out to eat, and I sent that Bitcoin to my wallet before we even left the house. We get to the restaurant, we order our food, we eat our food, and then I go and look at my phone to see if the money made it yet so I can load it on my card, and it still wasn't there. This is an hour later. Me and wifey just had to talk for a minute. 30, 45 minutes later, we look at each other like, man, we might have to bust some suds. You got something on your credit card that we can use? That's how slow Bitcoin was. And that's why I became such an advocate of Litecoin, because we had those faster transactions. Well, Kaspa is even faster than that. And this is going to be helpful when we're purchasing products and services from one another. If I'm on, my brother Josh Coleman selling soap, I bought soap from him using Bitcoin. And after he seen that it was on the block, he just had to trust that, yeah, the money will be there. Go ahead, bro. Enjoy your soap. Have a good day. But we didn't know how long it was going to take before he actually received his money, right? He just seen that I pushed the button and sent, and I showed him that it's a screenshot. It's going to be sent to your wallet, but the money didn't come to him that fast. Now using Kaspa or things like Ravencoin, when I tap that button, boom, instant transactions. He see his money immediately. I get my bars of soap and I can go on about my day. Kaspa Block DAG Networks generates multiple blocks every second for posting transactions to the ledger, combined with fully confirmed transactions in 10 seconds. This makes Kaspa ideal for everyday transactions, as I just described. Then you have the instant confirmations. Kaspa was designed to be hundreds of times faster than Bitcoin. With each Kaspa transaction, visibility to the network in 1 second, and each transaction fully confirmed in 10 seconds on average. So he'll have his money in 1 second, but it's going to be confirmed on the block after about 10 seconds, right? Cool. Now, scalability. This is something important. And it was a problem that we had when it came to blockchains. And this is why so many people chose these network currencies over a real blockchain. I always try to describe the difference between tokens and coins. Kaspa is a coin, has its own blockchain, has its own wallet. Tokens are proof of stake. They're only as popular as the money that's backing them. That people don't, and that's what's acceptable to rug pulls. There hasn't been a coin where we can do a rug pull on, not even Doge. But when it comes to these networks, we see it happen ever so often, especially in the early stages of a new network. Scalability. Kaspa solves the scalability problem with its ability to generate and confirm multiple blocks per second. This comes with no trade-off to security and decentralization as seen with proof of stake networks. Man, I be saying all this stuff before I even read it, but they're telling you what I just explained. Like proof of stake has that problem in rug pools. So they're not very secure. I know a lot of people that have lost a lot of money in the whole rug pool finascos, and you don't have to deal with that type of difficulty when you're messing with a blockchain. Kaspa utilizes the optical mining ready K-heavy hash algorithm for consistency and security of the network. This algorithm, combined with high throughput DAG and no waste blocks, make it less energy intensive than other proof of work networks. Because that's another reason how they, promote these proof of stake. Like, oh, what about the environment? You're hurting the environment because you're using all this electricity just to create this coin. Man, I don't care about hurting the environment. You know what? I'm not even gonna get into that. But now this one is solving the problem by lowering the amount of energy usage, which is what made it such a prime coin for miners to start utilizing. Like, man, this is less work on my graphics card and still give me similar profitability. So of course, miners everywhere switched over to Kaspa and started mining it. Now we got security. And this is what's important. The one thing that we don't get with proof of stake, not to the degree that I appreciate it. So security. Kaspa harnesses an ultra secure block network with no compromise to decentralization. Unlike these networks, right? Achieved with pure stakeless proof of work combined with a revolutionary ghost DAG consistency mechanism. So nice and secure. It's a blockchain, man. Like, this is what we needed instead of all these networks that's taking our attention away from true blockchains. Block DAG. Overcoming the problem of blockchains, Kaspa processes all blocks in parallel, linking all side chain. This leads to a DAG structure that increases the formation of blocks per second drastically, creating a block DAG. Now, get the latest wallets. You can, again, download Kaspa directly to your PC. You can download the Kaspa wallet on your phone. And as we just seen, you can download the Kaspa wallet on your Raspberry Pi. Any one of these, the mobile, the desktop, the command line wallet, giving you an opportunity to place your Kaspa wallet wherever you see fit. And one of the more secure ways that I think I'll be looking into is putting on a Raspberry Pi, creating a nice little wallet for it, and holding my Kaspa in some of the layer 2 solutions that I think Kaspa will be coming out with. I'll be able to load that into my wallet as well. So some of the dApps that they have already created, the change, say goodbye to middleman, bureaucracy, and the hassle of complicated finance. Embrace the unstoppable revolution and become your own bank. I'm gonna see if I have enough time to go deeper in that. I'm already over about 3 minutes, but hey, we're here now, right? Zelcore, find, manage, trade, and truly own their digital assets and information. Tangent, store your crypto assets securely and easily accessible while keeping private keys containing in your card. And the One Key, open source crypto wallet trusted by millions. Let's go and check out this change real quick, because I didn't even look at this just yet. And I love the thought of having a decentralized finance created on an actual decentralized blockchain. As I said before, even though I promote decentralized financing, it's not truly decentralized the way that I use it because I use a MetaMask wallet. But to be able to use a blockchain beyond DeFi, cross-chain capabilities and trading, yeah, boy, this is something that grabbed my attention right now. Explore your very own home of DeFi, powered by cross-chain magic. When it comes to cross-chain, Change is the leading authority in the DeFi space with 75 integrated chains and counting. The app supports over 4,000 assets, so the users can maximize their wealth potential and enjoy a secure, flexible, and worry-free financial life. Bro, I did not know this exists. When I get off this line with y'all, I'm about to go and create an account and go deeper into this. I'm not going to create wallets and everything while I'm broadcasting live, but I'll let y'all know how it all turns out. Designed for people like you, engineered for opportunities you need. Do they have a video here? Now, download the Change app and go fully DeFi. They have it in the App Store or your Google Play. The next generation DeFi ecosystem powered by Change. And even their stakes, you can earn up to 12.28% APY and no impermanent loss. Wait, what? Derivative, both future and options. Say, man, I'm glad we held this class, guys. I know I called this a deep dive, but I'm gonna go a little bit deeper, and then I'm gonna come back with a stay tuned with a part 2 after I actually use these things. Right now, I'm just reading it and showing y'all all what's possible, but I'm gonna go a little bit deeper. I'm not gonna take up too much more of your time today, but I do plan to go a little bit deeper and share with you all how I've been able to use Kaspa for my DeFi abilities. Because man, this to me is big. This to me can really change the way I do things. So like I said, I'll keep you guys posted and how I do that. Chad, you got anything to say before I get off? Did you know about this? Meet the future of DeFi.
What you said?
I said,
Dennis?
did you know about the Change.finance?
Yeah, I just hadn't really looked into it yet or set up an account, but I knew about it.
Oh man, well, I'm about to go set up an account today. Because it's like I said at the beginning of this call, the things that we do in InstaDApp, Maker, Compound, they're not really decentralized if we have to use a MetaMask wallet for it. But this being created on an actual blockchain, that means no one can stop me. Like right now, I could be stopped. The same way they stopped Ukraine from receiving ERC20 tokens, they could stop Dennis from receiving his ERC20 tokens, right? But this being built on a blockchain gives us that opportunity that Bitcoin gave us, that Ravencoin gave us, that Litecoin and XMR gave us, and that's no one can touch my money but me. So, like I said, y'all stay tuned. There will be a part 2 to this video. However, next week, I wanted to bring up a project to y'all that's going to be even faster. It's still just as decentralized with more capabilities. We're going to talk about the MEV project. And like I said, I'll go deeper then. So y'all stay tuned. Hopefully see y'all same time, same play next week. And we'll have a whole nother project to deep dive into. I appreciate all of you that tuned in and all of you that are watching the replay. Peace, love, and